UFC Fight Night. Hill versus Rountree is in a week, and I cannot be the only one worried for Jamahal Hill. So I just want to go through this guy's injury list before I say anything else, because this guy hasn't been the same for a long time now. I'm just gonna go through his first injury in the UFC. I mean, the man got his hand dislocated against Paul Craig. Then he ruptured his left Achilles tendon during a pick. He was playing basketball and during International Fight Week, and yeah, he ruptured his freaking Achilles tendon, which is absolutely insane. That right there it really is a life-changing injury. It really is. On UFC 303, Khalil Rountree had to like pull out because he tested positive for a drug that wasn't it was banned from USADA, man. The drug, I'm pretty sure, was called DHEA. I don't really know. I know that's the abbreviation of the drug. I just don't know the entire thing, but it's called DHEA. If you guys want to look it up, I'll just post it up in the screen. You guys don't have to look it up. What am I saying? But Hill stayed on the card, but later withdrew due to another knee injury on the same leg. Keep in mind that all these injuries are on the same leg. And recently, because if you guys remember correctly, the Khalil Rountree fight was canceled 3 freaking times. It was canceled 3 times, and the last time it was canceled, it was during the Gary versus Protest fight in April, so not that long ago. Hill withdrew due to a leg injury. Now that injury is very interesting because that injury wasn't actually there's no information about that injury. We know nothing. It was an undisclosed injury until this day. We know nothing about it, so we really don't know the extent of his injuries. But look, what I wanted to, that the reason why I said all his injuries and all that stuff is because I went back and seen his Teixeira fight, his Thiago Santos fight, his Johnny Walker fight, and it's very sad, man, because this man actually used to move. He really used to move. Not like the Yuri Prochazka fight, that he looked absolutely horrendous. I'm not gonna lie, right after that fight ended, I clearly said that fight, it was more Jamahal Hill being bad than Yuri Prochazka was good. I literally said it straight up, and I still stand by that. I just rewatched it, and I still stand by that. It was that. It's Jamahal Hill being bad than Yuri Prochazka being good. And Yuri Prochazka, don't get me wrong, he did show some head movement improvements, but I still stand by what I said. And keep in mind, he's only fought once in 2025 as of right now. We don't know if he pulls out again before the fight happens, so I'm not going to count on this fight happening until they're actually in the freaking octagon. He only fought once in 2024, and obviously he fought once in 2023 to gain the belt. He obviously had to vacate it after the injury, but man, this is so sad to see, dude. Seriously. If you gotta have time in your hands and just go see those old fights pre-injury Jamahal Hill. I'm not saying he was like the best light heavyweight on the planet. I'm not saying he will still be the champion, but man, the change is so dramatic. And I understand fighters age and they get slower, but a fighter that looks the way he does right now, that doesn't happen in 2 years. Especially at this level. It's just very sad to see. Now, Jamahal Hill, Khalil Rountree, man. Khalil Rountree is an interesting situation, right? Because if you guys remember correctly, back in 2023 in December, he was supposed to be fighting Azamat Murzakanov. If you know who this guy is, this guy has dynamite on his hand. He recently just got a knockout. But look, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you guys remember, Khalil Rountree, Azamat Murzakanov, he pulled out of the fight. Then he ended up TKOing Anthony Smith, which is not a fighter that you beat and then you get a title shot. But he did get a title shot. But the reason he also got a title shot is because Jamahal Hill pulled out of their fight. He pulled out of their fight. And yeah, he got a title shot against Alex Pereira. I'm just gonna say this right now. If it was Azamat Murzakanov fighting Alex Pereira instead of Roundtree, that would have been such a good freaking fight, man. Man, we would have really gotten Azamat Murzakanov versus Alex Pereira. That would have been absolutely cinema. But as you guys know, he put up a very, very good fight against Alex Pereira. He showed endurance. I mean, he went in there and, you know, he was winning rounds, but then in the later rounds, it looked like he was just surviving, coasting just to survive. And he ended up getting dropped by an insane body shot and then an uppercut. It was just absolutely brutal. I think he took a lot of time to recover, and he definitely did, because I'm pretty sure he did a bunch of interviews after the fight talking about that Alex Pereira is like the hardest hitter he's ever faced, and that it like still hurts and all that stuff, you know, just deriding Pereira. And I'm pretty sure he had his shorts like framed so he can put it up in his house. I mean, that's I don't know about that, you know. He lost that final. I get it, you know, he's a dog, but like there's a point where you're just, you know, you're just deriding a little bit. But look, then he got booked against, that's when all this thing happened with Jamahal Hill. He got booked in Jamahal Hill, and it got canceled. This fight was canceled 3 times. This fight was canceled 3 times, and I still don't believe it's happening, okay? I said it earlier in the video, and I'm gonna say it again. I don't believe this fight is happening until they're literally in the octagon about to freaking fight. And look, my early prediction for this fight, I still haven't decided. I really still haven't decided. I know these two are I wouldn't say the best of the best, but you know, I feel like they're, even though Jamahal Hill has an insane amount of freaking injuries, which is absolutely sad, dude. I know a lot of people hate Jamahal Hill for how he is and all that stuff, but it really is kind of sad how his career has turned out. Don't get me wrong, I think he's done the best he can possibly do with what he's gotten, and he's been doing, I think he's been doing amazing for the things that he has been going through. But look, I feel like his career would have definitely been a little better if it wasn't for the injuries, in my opinion. But look, this fight, I'm pretty sure, let me actually double check right now, because I'm looking at the information as I'm yapping, and I'm pretty sure, yes, right here everyone picked Roundtree to KO or TKO Jamahal Hill, because obviously he came off the loss of Yuri. And I don't know how people are that confident. I understand that Jamahal Hill looked absolutely horrendous, and I understand the injuries. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I completely understand why they're picking Roundtree as I'm speaking. I mean, the man literally just had an injury in April, and he's gonna come fight again. I mean, we don't even know if he's healed up, brothers. We really don't even know if he's healed up, because he did fight Alex Pereira without fully recovering. We don't know how recovered he was in the Yuri fight, and he literally got an injury in April that is undisclosed, and he's fighting again a few months later. So I completely understand the odds, and now that I'm thinking about it, I just changed my mind. I don't think I've ever done this in a video where I literally made my decision as I talked through the video making, because I usually just freestyle these kind of videos. I don't have like a script going. But yeah, man, I think I'm actually we'll go with Khalil Rountree by KO / TKO, whatever. I'm gonna go KO. I just don't believe Jamahal Hill has the footwork to outmaneuver Khalil Rountree. I know Jamahal Hill he has an excellent jab. He has very, very good knees up the middle. I like the way he grabs your head and just throws a devastating knee to the body. I completely love that. But Khalil Rountree is definitely ready for that. We've seen training footage of him just training the body, training the hell out of the body, because he knows that's going to be one of the major keys for this fight. But yeah, man, at this point of Jamahal Hill's career, I know he's 30. I'm talking about Jamahal Hill like this guy's like 40 years old. He's 33 years old, moving like he's about to be 40. That's the crazy part, man. But look, let me know down in the comment section what you think of Jamahal Hill right now. Do you think he has enough? You think his body is healed enough to for this fight that's coming up in a week. We don't know what type of injury he got in the against when he withdrew on the Pratis versus Ian Gary card. So at this point, I'm just gonna go with Khalil Rountree. He looks like the better pick, and he's not injury prone like Jamahal Hill. So I'm gonna go Khalil Rountree by KO. Let me know down in the comment section what your pick is. But yeah, with that being said, I'll see everyone very, very soon. Goodbye.